Plaintiff Casey Faltermeyer started dating the defendant after they met at work. But once they moved in together, Casey realized the defendant had a drinking problem. Casey claims the defendant's drinking eventually led to their breakup, and she's suing him today for breach of contract. Defendant Adam Turner Hagman says his relationship with Casey moved fast, and they moved in together just 2 months after they started dating. Adam claims 2 weeks after they broke up, Casey already had a new boyfriend, and he does not believe he owes her for anything.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Okay, so in 2012, I started working at a restaurant. That's where I met Adam. We started dating, and 2 months later, stupidly, we got an apartment together.
Oh, you say stupidly?
Well, if you let me continue, I'll get to that.
No, get to it now.
Oh, okay, I will. I'm sorry.
Coming here with that disrespectful tone, you're in front of the wrong judge.
I apologize.
All right, that's how I like you to talk. Go ahead.
Okay, so before we got together, he had gotten a DUI, but I figured that he, was a good guy, and I wanted to give him a chance. People make mistakes. Well, little did I know Adam had a drinking problem, and
When did you find that out?
it's a funny story, actually. One night he was working and he got drunk at work, and he was on his way home, and it was about a mile away home from work, and he peeped in somebody's window with no shoes on and no pants on and ended up sleeping in their lawn.
And you were there or someone told you about it?
He actually told me about it.
All right.
Well, I was calling him all night, like, where are you at? And that's what the story was, so.
Now, you all weren't dating then, though, right?
Yes, we were.
All right.
And so this all happened with the span of about 6 months. So another instance, he was drinking at work again, and I was working at the same place as a shift lead as well, and so he and the coworkers were making a hot mess of the store, squirting sauce all over, leaving the dishes, leaving it a mess for in the morning. So, had to clean it up, and as well as at home, he had his friends over drinking and smoking marijuana because we live in Denver, so it's legal. So it's not that big of a deal. But the problem was that he was drinking and leaving a mess, and all of his friends were over all the time, and so I decided that it'd be a good idea if I was done.
And this was...
I couldn't handle it anymore. Drinking was...
Yeah, and this was what year again? This was 12 as well?
Yes. So in 2014 is when I decided to get a hold of Adam because of all of this.
Okay, what you're suing him about
Yes.
today. All right. You want to give me some background, sir? She says that for the most part, you overindulged in alcohol and marijuana. Let me finish talking.
Sorry,
you all, where y'all from? Colorado? Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
My apologies.
Colorado, Chicago, Detroit. Yeah, talk to me like you would a judge in Colorado. You wouldn't cut him off when he talked.
No, Your Honor.
All right. So let me ask you again. You all started dating in 2012, and she says that you overconsumed alcohol and you're weed smoking, and that's what led to you all's breakup. But you give me background.
All right. Well, me and Casey moved pretty quickly. We started dating, and 2 months later, we got the apartment. She does like to move quickly. After we broke up, she got another boyfriend 2 weeks right after we broke up. So I'm not sure if there was anything going on at the time or if it was just a convenience.
Did you know the guy?
I didn't. And as far as the incident she discussed, the first incident, I was actually at a bar. I just turned 21 and it was 75-cent drink night, so I went a little crazy. I thought of the house that I was in was my house. It was actually a neighbor's house that I was trying to get into. So they called the cops and I got a trespassing ticket for it.
Okay. And the second time she's referring to?
The second time I do recall that incident, and yeah, we were a little out of control.
Okay. And why are you suing him for the money?
He signed a contract saying that he was going to be responsible for any damages, leftover rent if he didn't pay
Okay,
it.
let's see that. From the time you all
And here
parted
this
ways.
is the
What do you have there?
debt collector
All right.
bill.
And sir, what do you say to this?
I do agree. I did sign that piece of paper. She left in December 31st of 2012, 6 months earlier of the contract. So that's why that contract was signed. I mean, of the lease, 6 months early on the lease. So that's why we initially signed that contract. But since she'd taken from 2012 until August of 2015 to contact me about the incident, and then not from August until February again, when she told me she had paid it off in full.
What did you say when she told you she had paid it off?
She said she was suing me for the full amount. Before that, she had agreed to pay 50-50, and I have Facebook messages here saying that as well.
Let's see.
She agreed to pay 50-50, so
And this was when?
that was in 2015.
Oh, okay. And so February. All right.
So she contacted me in February and then again in August and then not again until she had paid it off in full.
Okay. How often did you think she should contact you?
Well, I just wanted an opportunity to pay before she had paid it in
She
full.
gave it to you.
Well,
Did
she had
you
made
use
no.
this opportunity?
She had no made effort.
Did
she had
you
not.
use this
I
opportunity?
did not, sir.
All right. This was February 15th. Why didn't you give her any money?
I didn't have any money at the time.
Okay, well then say that. Don't start talking about she didn't contact me often enough. I don't know how would you want her to knock on your door every other week?
No, you're.
Then you'd have claimed harassment. But you all agreed to do 50-50, and you failed to meet that agreement, didn't you?
I did, sir.
So therefore you breached. Go ahead, you want to interrupt to
I'm
say
sorry,
something.
I'm sorry.
Go
But
right ahead.
okay, so the reason why I was trying to do 50-50 is because I wanted it done and over with so I could move on, right? So
Get that new boyfriend.
Let her interrupt to tell me why I shouldn't give her the judgment I was about to. Go right ahead.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, go right ahead.
Well, me and Casey moved pretty quickly. We started dating, and 2 months later, we got the apartment. She does like to move quickly. After we broke up, she got another boyfriend 2 weeks right after we broke up, so I'm not sure if there was anything going on at the time.
Defendant Adam Turner Hagman dated the plaintiff, and he claims she had a new boyfriend just 2 weeks after they broke up.
So go right ahead.
Well, I was just trying to work out something with him so that we didn't have to get this far. That's all I wanted to say. I apologize.
No, you were saying something else, but I guess you said, uh-oh. All right, sir. You breached the subsequent agreement, therefore you go back to the original agreement. Therefore, I'm going to grant her judgment of the original agreement that you breached. $1,304 is your judgment. Have a good day.
I think it went pretty good.
I
We've
think
never
we're
really
fine.
had bad blood together.
I'm just trying to get my money. That's all I wanted, so I'm fine. No, nothing hard against him.